Seniors. After working with older adults for decades, I've seen something that surprises almost everyone. Most people think they lose strength because of age, but that's not what actually causes most falls. It starts with something much quieter, a breakdown in your body's ability to stay balanced when it matters most. A recent study in geriatric medicine found that after 60, the body becomes significantly slower at reacting to small changes in position, especially when standing up or turning. That's why simple moments like getting out of a chair, turning around, or taking your first steps can suddenly feel less stable. Not because your legs are weak, but because when balance fails, even strong legs can't protect you. Here's the good news. Researchers have found that just 2 minutes of the right movements each day can help retrain your balance system, improve reaction time, and restore stability even in adults over 90. In fact, older adults who practiced these movements regularly were able to move more confidently, recover faster from imbalance, and reduce their risk of falling in just a few weeks. This means your age doesn't decide how steady you are. What you do every day does. And what's surprising is most seniors are moving in ways that actually make their balance worse without realizing it. In this video, we're going to show you 3 simple science-backed movements that can help you stay steady, protect your legs, and reduce your risk of falling, no matter your age. And make sure you stay until the end because the final movement is the one that can be the difference between catching yourself or hitting the ground. But before we begin, let me ask you a quick question. Where are you watching from today? I read and reply to as many comments as I can, and your experience might help someone else watching right now. Now, without any further delay, let's begin. Exercises 3. Exercise number 3, heel-to-toe balance shift. This simple movement, called the heel-to-toe balance shift, might look too easy, but it's one of the fastest ways to wake up your balance before you even take a step. If your first step feels unsteady in the morning, this is the movement you need. Most people think balance comes from strong legs, but after 60, that's not the full picture anymore. The real problem starts in your feet. Over time, the tiny pressure sensors on the bottom of your feet become less responsive. And when that happens, your brain stops receiving clear signals about where your body is positioned. That's when you begin to feel it. That slight instability when you first stand up, that hesitation before you start walking. Not because you're weak, but because when balance fails, even strong legs can't protect you. This movement helps restore that connection. By slowly shifting your weight from your heels to your toes, you reactivate those sensors and send a stronger signal back to your brain. In balance research, this is one of the first systems that declines after 60. But here's where most people get it wrong. They rush through it, they move too quickly, barely feeling the shift in pressure. And when that happens, the brain doesn't register anything useful. So, if you want this to work, slow is everything. Here's how to do it correctly. Stand with your feet about hip-width apart. If you need support, lightly rest your hands on a chair or countertop. Now, slowly shift your weight backward onto your heels. Pause there for a second. Feel the pressure under the back of your feet. Then, gently roll your weight forward onto the balls of your feet. Let your heels lift slightly, but stay controlled. Then return back again. Each full movement from heel to toe and back should take about 4 to 5 seconds. No rushing, no bouncing, just slow, steady movement. Do this for about 30 to 40 seconds before you start walking. That's all it takes. And many people tell me their first few steps already feel more stable. You'll notice your steps feel steadier, especially that first step. Their legs feel lighter, and if you stay consistent, many people begin to feel a clear difference in their balance within just 7 to 14 days. And that small change can make you feel more confident just getting around your home. And over time, this is what helps your legs stay strong and reliable again. Because now your brain knows exactly where your body is. This isn't about building strength. It's about restoring the signal your body depends on to stay upright and steady. If you're ready to feel more steady, type steady below. But this is just the beginning because the next movement targets the exact moment most people fall. And miss this and nothing else will protect you. This next movement, exercises 2 supported one-leg balance hold, may feel simple at first, but it directly trains the exact moment when most falls actually happen. If you've ever felt unsteady when turning, this is exactly where it happens. That moment when your body is supported by just one leg. If you've ever noticed yourself hesitating before taking a step or feeling slightly off balance when changing direction, this is where the problem usually begins. After 60, your body doesn't just lose strength, it loses coordination between systems. Every time you walk, your body briefly shifts onto one leg. During that split second, your balance system has to react instantly. But over time, the muscles around your ankle, knee, and hip don't respond as quickly as they used to. At the same time, signals from your foot take longer to reach your brain. And that delay, even if it's small, is often enough to throw your balance off. That's why many falls don't happen while walking straight. They happen when you turn, when you shift direction, or when your weight suddenly moves to one side. This movement retrains that exact moment. By standing on one leg with light support, you teach your body how to stabilize itself again without panic, without stiffness, and without overcorrecting. And here's something important most people don't realize. When you feel unsteady, your body often reacts by tightening up. You become rigid, but that stiffness actually slows down your reaction time even more. So the goal here is not to hold tight. It's to stay relaxed and allow your body to make small natural adjustments. In balance research, this type of controlled single-leg stance is one of the most effective ways to restore stability after 60, but only if it's done correctly. Here's how to do it safely. Stand next to a stable surface like a chair, a wall, or a kitchen counter. Place one hand lightly on it, not gripping, just enough to feel secure. Now shift your weight onto one leg. Slowly lift the other foot just an inch or two off the ground. Keep your posture upright. Look forward, not down, and just hold. You'll feel small movements in your ankle, maybe a slight sway. That's exactly what you want. Those tiny adjustments are your balance system waking up. Breathe normally. Don't hold your breath. Hold this position for about 10 to 15 seconds. Then gently place your foot back down. Switch sides. Repeat on the other leg. Go back and forth for about 30 to 40 seconds total. Part of your simple 2-minute routine. That's all you need. At first, it may feel a little shaky, but after a few tries, you'll feel your body settle a little quicker each time. You'll notice you can hold your balance longer and recover faster when your weight shifts. That's your nervous system adapting. And if you stay consistent, many people begin to feel more stable during everyday movements within 7 to 14 days. Turning feels safer. Standing feels more controlled. Even just moving around your home starts to feel easier. And over time, this is what helps your legs stay strong, steady, and reliable again. Because now your body knows how to support you in the exact moment you need it most. This isn't about standing still. It's about preparing your body for movement in real life. If you want to feel more steady on your feet, type steady below. But don't stop here. Because even if you can hold your balance, there's still one critical piece missing. The next movement is what teaches your body how to recover when you start to lose balance and need to catch yourself quickly. And once you add that, everything starts to come together. Exercise number 1. Step exercises 1 forward and return control. This final movement may look like a simple step, but it trains the exact moment that decides whether you fall or catch yourself in time. This is the moment most falls happen, and most people never train it. If you've ever felt your foot land slightly off and your body struggle to recover, this is the movement you need. Because most falls don't happen when you're standing still. They happen in motion. When your foot lands too far forward, when your step is uneven, or when your body shifts faster than you can control. And in that moment, your body has only a fraction of a second to react. After 60, that reaction becomes slower. Not just in your muscles, but in how quickly your brain can process and respond. So even if your legs are still strong, they may not respond fast enough when you need them most. That's why people often say, "I didn't even have time to catch myself." This movement trains exactly that missing piece. It teaches your body how to step, pause, and recover control before your balance is lost. And here's what most people don't realize. When you lose balance, your first instinct is to rush. You try to correct too quickly. but that fast reaction often makes things worse. Your body overcompensates, your weight shifts too far, and your balance breaks even more. So, the goal here is not speed, it's control. Here's how to do it correctly. Stand upright with your feet hip-width apart. If needed, position yourself near a chair or wall for support, but try not to rely on it unless necessary. Now, take a slow step forward with one foot. Not too far, just a comfortable distance. As your foot lands, stop. Don't continue moving. Pause for a moment. Feel your weight shift onto that front leg. Let your body stabilize, then slowly push yourself back to your starting position. Controlled, steady, no rushing. Then repeat with the other leg. Step forward, pause, return. Each repetition should take about 4 to 6 seconds. Focus on the pause. That's where the real training happens. Do this for about 40 to 60 seconds total, completing your simple 2-minute routine. That's all it takes. At first, it may feel unfamiliar. Your body might want to rush the movement, but after a few repetitions, you'll feel your body settle a little quicker each time. Your steps start to feel more natural, not rushed, not shaky. You'll notice your movements feel more controlled, and your body reacts with less hesitation. And that's exactly what you want. Because in real life, you don't fall because you can't move. You fall because you can't control the movement in time. And if you stay consistent, many people begin to feel more confident when walking and changing direction within 7 to 14 days. Turning feels safer. Stepping feels more predictable. Even simple things like moving from one room to another start to feel easier and more controlled. And over time, this is what helps your legs stay strong, responsive, and reliable again. Because now your body isn't just moving, it's adjusting, correcting, and stabilizing in real time. This isn't about exercise. It's about giving your body back the ability to protect you when something goes wrong. If you're ready to feel more in control when you move, type steady below. And if you've made it this far, you've just trained one of the most important systems your body needs after 60. Because when your balance is activated, your stability is restored, and your reaction is trained. Most people never train this, which is why they keep losing balance without knowing why. And once you understand that, everything starts working together. And that's how you stay strong, steady, and independent, even at 90. Before you finish, there's one simple technique: foot and ankle activation massage. Foot and ankle activation massage that most people overlook, but it may be the reason your balance doesn't improve as much as it should. If your feet often feel stiff, numb, or slow to respond, this is exactly what you're missing. Because everything you just did, the movements, the balance training, the reaction work, depends on one thing: the signal from your feet. After 60, that signal becomes weaker. The nerves in your feet don't send information as clearly. The joints in your ankles become less mobile. And when that happens, even if you do the exercises correctly, your body still reacts a little slower than it should. That's why some people say, "I'm doing the movements, but I don't feel much difference." This is usually the missing piece. This massage helps restore sensitivity in your feet, improve mobility in your ankles, and make every movement you just practiced more effective. And the best part is, you can feel the difference almost immediately. Here's how to do it. Sit down comfortably in a chair. Place one foot across your opposite knee or keep it flat on the floor, whichever feels easier. Start with the bottom of your foot. Use your thumbs to gently press into the sole. Not too hard, just enough to feel the pressure. Move slowly from the heel toward the middle of your foot and then toward your toes. Take your time here. Spend about 10 to 15 seconds just waking up that area. You may notice certain spots feel tighter or more sensitive. That's normal. Those are the areas that need the most attention. Next, use your fingers to lightly squeeze around your heel and the sides of your foot. Then, move up to your ankle. Place your hand around your ankle joint and gently rotate your foot in a slow circle one direction for a few seconds. Then, switch. Keep the movement smooth. No forcing, no sudden motion, just controlled rotation. This helps loosen the joint and restore the small movements your ankle needs to keep you balanced. Then finish by lightly tapping the bottom of your foot with your fingers. Just a few gentle taps. This stimulates the nerve endings and helps wake up the connection to your brain. Now, switch to the other foot and repeat the same process. Spend about 30 to 60 seconds total on both feet. That's all it takes. And here's what many people notice. Their feet feel warmer, more responsive. You may even feel your balance improve the next time you stand up because now your body is receiving a clearer signal from the ground up. And if you stay consistent, many people begin to notice better control and stability within 7 to 14 days. Walking feels smoother, standing feels more natural. Even those small moments like turning or taking your first step feel easier and more confident. And over time, this is what helps your entire system work together. Your feet send better signals, your brain reacts faster, your body stabilizes more naturally, and that's how your legs stay strong, steady, and reliable, even at 90. This isn't just recovery, it's what makes everything else work better. If this helped you feel more connected and stable, type steady below. But don't stop here. And tonight, there's a simple 60-second routine you can do before bed that helps your body stay more stable the next morning. Most people completely overlook this, but it can make your first steps feel steadier the moment you get out of bed. That simple 60-second before bed routine before bed can make a bigger difference than most people expect. Because what you do right before sleep affects how your body feels when you wake up. If your first steps in the morning feel stiff or unsteady, this is exactly what your body has been missing. After 60, your body doesn't fully reset overnight the way it used to. Your joints can stiffen, your muscles tighten slightly, and the connection between your feet and brain becomes less active after rest. That's why mornings often feel harder, even if the day before felt fine. This short routine prepares your body before sleep, so you wake up more stable and it only takes about a minute. Here's how to do it. Sit on the edge of your bed, place both feet flat on the floor. Start by gently lifting your toes upward, keeping your heels down. Hold briefly, then relax. Repeat 5 to 6 times. Next, press your toes down into the floor as if you're lightly gripping it. Hold, then release. Repeat another 5 to 6 times. Now you're activating the bottom of your feet, the part that controls your balance. Then slowly roll your ankles. Lift one foot slightly and rotate your ankle in a small circle. Move slowly for about 5 seconds. Then switch direction. Repeat on the other side. Keep it smooth. No force. Finally, place both feet flat again and gently press them into the floor as if grounding yourself. Hold for a few seconds. Feel the contact. Then relax. That's it. The entire routine takes about 60 seconds, but it helps your body in 3 key ways. It improves circulation, keeps your ankles mobile, and maintains the connection between your feet and brain. And here's what many people notice when they wake up. Their first steps feel smoother, less stiff, more controlled. And if you stay consistent, many people begin to feel more stable in the morning within 7 to 14 days. Getting out of bed feels easier. Walking feels more natural. Even that first step, the one that usually feels uncertain, becomes more confident. And over time, this is what helps your legs stay strong and reliable, even when you first get out of bed because your body stayed active overnight, not shut down. Ready? If you want your mornings to feel more steady, type morning below. And when you combine this with everything you've done today, you're not just exercising. You're building a system that helps your body stay strong, balanced, and independent every single day. If you've stayed with me until this point, you've already done more than most people your age ever do. You didn't just watch. You started to understand what your body truly needs after 60. Because staying steady isn't about doing more exercises. It's about doing the right ones in a way your body can actually use. Today, you activated your feet, you improved your balance, and you trained your body to react when it matters most. And when those 3 things begin working together, that's when something begins to change. Your steps feel more controlled, your movements feel more natural, and that quiet hesitation, that moment when you're not quite sure if you feel steady, starts to fade. Because now your body knows what to do. And just as important, you know what to do. You don't need long workouts, you don't need complicated routines. Just a few simple movements each day done consistently can help you stay strong, steady, and independent even at 90. And if this video helped you in any way, If you want to keep your legs strong and your balance steady, make sure you're subscribed to the channel because every week I share simple, practical routines like this, designed specifically for adults over 60 to help you move better, feel safer, and stay independent longer. And before you go, I want to encourage you to keep building on what you've started today. If you want stronger, more reliable legs, you can continue with the full series on this channel, Want Stronger Legs, even at 90, where each video walks you through simple, practical movements you can use every day. And if you've ever wondered whether your legs are slowly getting weaker, even if you don't notice it yet, there's another series you should watch next. Are your legs getting weaker every week? These videos help you recognize early signs, understand what's really happening in your body, and show you what you can do to stay ahead of it. Because the earlier you start, the easier it becomes to stay in control. And that's what this is really about. Not just avoiding falls, but keeping your confidence, your independence, your ability to move through your day without that constant feeling of uncertainty. And remember, progress doesn't come from doing everything perfectly. It comes from showing up. Even on the days when you don't feel your best, some days your balance will feel stronger. Some days it may feel a little off. That's completely normal. What matters is that you keep giving your body the signals it needs to improve. Because over time, those small moments of effort begin to add up, and that's when real change starts to happen. At first, you might not notice much, but one day you'll realize your steps feel easier, your movements feel smoother, and that fear that once held you back is no longer there in the same way. And the fact that you're here taking the time to do this already puts you ahead. So, take what you've learned today, try it tonight, use it tomorrow morning, and come back to it again the next day. Because small actions done consistently lead to real change, and you're still in control of that change. And once you start noticing the difference, you won't want to stop.